Hey, I'm Sydney Wiese, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation! Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. We are having conversations with rising stars who are doing amazing things and accomplishing big dreams. And today, we got her, ladies and gentlemen, back in the building. Y'all don't know, this is like deja vu for us. We had some tech issues. We recorded this show and y'all supposed to have this a month ago. But we said, you know what? Sydney reached back out and said, I'll do it again. And we said, let's go. So still part of the SLT family, but some things have changed. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The silky smooth 6-foot guard is no longer a free agent. That's right. She is back in the building in Phoenix with the Mercury. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sydney Wiese. How you doing today, Sid?
I feel like the second time around for this intro is even more overwhelming. And I've missed you guys so much, and it's great to be back with you guys. I'm happy that we can make it work today.
Hey, well, we are super, super excited because this is one of those stories that we just got to get out. We got to get out. And, you know, it's crazy. I don't know what happens, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this and you're like, man, I need to go on that show, you need to reach out and hit us up, because when you come on this platform, you got next, and something good is gonna happen to you. We sprinkling a little bit of that blessing on you. I don't know. It's good luck. It's good luck to sit in that chair. But check this out. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, a true Louisiana animal. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the architect, the guru, my partner in crime, the head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
Bitch. Jones, I knew the Wiese was coming, and I still couldn't control myself, man. I'm just smiling right now. Hey, man, I'm doing great, man. We got Sydney back. Let's do it the right way this time, B. Jones. Let's make this just one of the best episodes of 2023, man.
Man, that's my goal. That's my goal. And this young lady, she deserves it. So we gonna go all out, SLT Nation.
Oh, wait. B. Jones, before we continue, though, we got to recognize this is a nomination episode.
So who nominated her? Because I remember we talked about that the first time.
Well, now they're going to be enemies in the WNBA, but Coach April Schilling, she nominated her.
Oh my goodness. We got to go to that game. We already there. We're there. Yeah, we already there. This is going to be a great one. All right, check this out. If this is your first time checking out the platform, we want to say thank you. It means a ton to us for you to join along this ride, checking out and supporting our platform. We do this for you, ladies and gentlemen. We can't do it without you, and we appreciate the love and support so much. On the count of three in Sports Life Talk tradition, we need you to help us to grow. We need you to help us to take this thing to a whole nother level. On the count of three, we are going to smash that subscribe button and smash that like button so this show could go viral and gain all kind of exposure. Are y'all rocking with us, Phoenix? Oh my goodness. I know Oregon State gonna rock with us because we got orange and black all through this thing. So we rocking with Oregon State already. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom! That is my second favorite part of the show because now we got all kind of new family members. That's right. We don't do fans. We don't do followers. We only do family members around here in Sports Life Talk. And now you are part of our family. So I'm your new play cousin, and this is my little niece, Sydney Wiese. Here we go. Sydney Wiese, are you ready?
I am. I'm ready
But
now.
it's what's like talk for initiation. All right, KT, let's go to work.
All right. To initiate you into the SLT family, got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Ooh, I'm ready for this one. You know I'm ready for this one. I got her, Snow Allegra, my guy 𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐵, Drake, Division. Over with. Starting 5. Done.
Oh, and bust y'all head with it too. But then you said 𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐵's kind of with a nickname. They don't even realize we got Bieber fever on this thing. You know what I'm saying?
I have been loyal to this man since the very beginning. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Butterflies in my stomach won't stop. Even though love's a struggle, it is all we got. And we gonna keep rising to the mountaintop. I ain't even finna say that part. He hit that falsetto right there, and I can't go there.
That's when we stop. Stop.
Kevin, what you giving her though, man?
Well, B. Jones, you know, I've been pretty generous in 2023 and Sydney's family. And we're going to actually have to see her in person, so I don't want those kind of problems. So, Sydney, you know, the most that we give on this is 5. But there's no way I can give you less than 5. There's no way I can give you less than 7. I love you, little sis. B. Jones, give her 9. Give her 9.
I think that might be the most you can put up all year, KT.
I don't know, man. It may be a career high for me. But the reason I gave her 9 is because of Justin Bieber. That Yummy song is stuck in my head now. So we definitely not going to sing that one or discuss that. All right. So who is your favorite superhero and why?
I'm pretty basic when it comes to superheroes. When I was a kid, I've always loved Superman. I've never really watched any of the Marvel films, DC. Like, I really am not into any of that. I know it's wrong. There's still time for me. But Superman, I just feel like he does what needs to be done. It's nothing extra, super strong, and he does his job really well, and he never fails at it. So I had a Superman backpack when I was in high school. It's over with.
You know what, B. Jones? I don't appreciate her really just crushing my initiation like this. This is what happened when you just prepared. It's not supposed to be this easy. But okay, so if you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
I think I would have to go with Steph Curry. I just think it would be amazing to see his day-to-day, like a 24-hour period of how he works, how he preps, how he rests, how he is with his family, husband, father, friend. It would be amazing to just see how he is as a person away from the cameras in the court.
All right, so if you're still watching this, and we hope you are, please smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave us your top 5 music artists, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. Please allow me to reintroduce our newest family member, former Oregon State Beaver, and the newest member of the Phoenix Mercury. Wiese, baby, please save the baby, Sydney Wiese. So B. Jones, please take it away, man.
All right, Sydney, I know you having a blast, man. You like, I've done this before, so I'm just get to hang out, and that's what we want. We want everybody to just come on here and hang out with us and just be kinfolk. But your story's crazy. It is very impressive. Let's take this thing back to the OG days. Now, you from Phoenix, huh?
Yes, I'm from Phoenix.
And you get an opportunity to play the WNBA. We're going to get to the WNBA side of it, but tell us a little bit about coming up in Phoenix and playing basketball. Because word on the street is that it's one of the dopest basketball communities, just athletic communities, period. Like, y'all go raw dog out there in Phoenix. So tell us a little bit about coming up in Phoenix.
Yeah, I think growing up here, you always have California and then you always have the East Coast, but Phoenix never really gets the love that I think it's always deserved from an athletic standpoint. But I loved growing up here, and obviously I have a lot of friends. Like, we played club together. We would travel to the East. We would play in California. And because of them, like, I think I just learned how to really love the game and compete at a different level. And so playing in front of family and friends, I knew when I was in high school and growing up here, I wanted to stay on the West Coast, like eventually whenever I got to college, whatever it looked like. But Phoenix is always home for me. And so it was cool to grow up here, to learn the game here, to be coached by my dad. And there's a lot of core memories here. So I just carry them with me as I've left, and now I get to return here, and I know we're going to get to that. But it's been really great to call this place home.
That's unfair. Coaches' kids are unfair because I don't know what it is about the pedigree. Maybe it's because they're always around the game. Maybe it's because of the expectations or the work ethic, or they just the visualization of seeing it. But coaches' kids take it to a whole nother level. So how was that for you coming up? Like, when did you fall in love with basketball? Like, you got a dad for a coach. Was he your actual coach, or was he more of a dad and then you had other coaches that kind of guided you?
So my brother and I growing up, we either went to my dad's basketball camps after school, or we would go to mom's work. And so of course it's always like, let's go to the gym. Like at first it was just, we were watching James and the Giant Peach in like a classroom. We weren't on the court, like we weren't doing anything. But to be around it and then to see how the game worked, and then to pick up a basketball and mess around with it. I probably picked up the ball the first time when I was like 6, and I loved it. And I got to see him coach. I got to see and know a lot of his girls and who he was coaching along the way. He wasn't my coach until high school. He was an assistant, and then my senior year, he was the head coach. But it was fun to learn from him. Like, he's the foundation of my skill set, going to his camps and just working with all the fundamentals that he would teach throughout my childhood and then into middle school. That's when I sort of took it on my own of like, I think I want to do something with this and pursue it myself and set my own goals. But he's been a major part of my journey along the way for sure.
What high school did you go to?
Pinnacle High School.
Oh, now that just say you can't just throw Pinnacle out there like that. That's one of the powerhouses in the area. My goodness,
it sure is.
Was Pinnacle tough like that back when you went?
Yeah, I think by the time I got there, the school had only been open for like 10 years, but there was something about it that was like a premium on academics and athletics. I was like, wherever I can go, that's where I'll be. But I think my high school coach, she did coach me since I was a kid, and we ended up living in the area, so it worked out perfectly, just a transition of like, okay, I'm familiar with the program, I've been playing with them. My dad coached there when I was in middle school, and so got to know everyone there, got to know the system from a basketball standpoint, and yes, to say the least, it's been a powerhouse since before I was there.
All right, so let me ask you a question. You got a pops that's training you, guiding you, you in love with the game. But when did you realize that, like, Sydney Wiese is a little bit different? I can get buckets, and going to a school like Pinnacle doesn't intimidate you at all.
I don't know. Sometimes I look back to how I operated as a kid, and I was like, why did that ever leave? But I'm also grateful that confidence left, because it was borderline like arrogance. Like, I would come up to some of the kids, or the high schoolers, and I would like look at them and be like, yeah, I'm going to take their spot. And to like some of them, I would even say it to their face. And I'm like, who did I think I was? But I think why I was so confident and why I am so confident today is because I know how I'm going to work. And I might not be the best in different categories, but I'm always going to work my butt off, and I'm going to do what I can to learn and to be as good as I can be. And I think when I was a kid, I just set out in like middle school, I was like, I'm going to be on varsity for 4 years. I'm going to get a Division I scholarship, and I'm going to play pro. And I don't know how I'm going to make it there, but I want to do it, and I'm going to do it. And I committed myself to it, and I was crazy and I'm still a little crazy. And so we made it here.
Well, I tell you what, you chose Oregon State. That's you went a little bit of ways from home. Like you said, you wanted to stay on the West Coast, but you actually went away from home. What was the recruiting process kind of crazy, or how did you tell us, how did you get blessed with that home at Oregon State?
Yeah, I think I reached a point. So playing club and traveling, I was fortunate where our club coach had really good connections. So we went to a lot of the national tournaments where coaches were there, so they were able to see us play. Get connected with them. And then I narrowed it down to 7 schools going into the beginning of my senior year. But there was something like, I think Oregon State came into the picture my junior year summer. So like going into my senior year. So they were a little bit late, but when I was having conversations with them, like from the very beginning, it was just different to me, like the connection with the coaches, and they were my first official visit. And when I went there, I knew it in my bones, but I still was like reluctant. I was hesitant because I was like, okay, I get 5 visits. Let me go and see these other schools. But it just felt like home. And I felt like I wanted to be a part of what the vision was, what the coaches had set out for the team. they hadn't been established yet. And so I was really, excuse me, I was really drawn to helping build something, and they saw worth in what I could bring to the table and partnering with that and building that and coaching me. And like I said, I was also a little bit crazy. And so I was like, yeah, I believe in this. Let's go and do it. Let's go and do this. And so I felt ready to leave home and make it happen. And I had really good people surrounding me, and I believed in my teammates before they became my actual teammates. So I think it was just the people. Like, I was drawn to the people at Oregon State more than anything.
Well, so now you went overseas, you went through combines and all of that other stuff. You actually found your way back home to Phoenix, and some pretty. I'm gonna tell you, Sports Life Talk Nation went wild when we heard. We were super excited. Tell us about this phone call, and how did you get back in the W?
Yeah, I'm really grateful. I think it's still tough to put words behind. I mean, being in the league to begin with is a blessing, but to be able to represent my home, where I come from, is like, I can't find words for it. I think, like, last year I was actually the plan was to be signing with Phoenix, and then unfortunately I tore my ACL. But God's always on time, and this year has taught me a lot. I've been able to be with family because I've been rehabbing here in Phoenix, and I haven't been distracted by a season or traveling or trying to prep for anything. I've just been home. And so now I feel like I've been through so much this last year at home, and now it's really cool that I get to celebrate what this journey has been still at home, and I get to represent my city. I get to represent the people who have helped me along the way, not just this last year, but my whole life. And this organization means a lot to me. I grew up watching them. And so to put on the same colors, it's like a dream come true.
Well, not only is it a dream come true, it's going to be a lot of national attention when you ladies touch back on the court. You got BG is back home. She's re-signed, so it's going to be kind of a little bit of theater when the Phoenix Mercury come to town. Everybody's going to want to talk to you guys, and all eyes will be on you. Are you a little nervous about that? Or how does that make you feel, knowing that you're going to be a part of a historic team? Because I promise you, it's going to be a lot of 30 for 30s on this campaign.
Yeah, I think there's a really firm dimension of peace that I feel in gratitude to be a part of it. I think that away from all the lights, camera, action, it's still the sport, and it's still that team environment that I think we're going to be very intent on protecting, and just making sure that we do our jobs, that we take care of each other. And so there's a greater purpose to this. Like, if all eyes are on us, I know that we're make the most of the opportunity, that we talk about the right things, that we are good teammates and good examples of representing this organization, being there for Brittany, being there for one another, and just making sure that we keep the point, which is basketball on a surface level, and then on a human
That's
level,
right.
What can we represent in this season that's a lot greater than us. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a good group of people to be with in this type of dimension.
Yep. Yes. It's a lot of big firepower on the names as well. So you guys got a squad. I'm excited to see what all transpire with that. So now you talked about the rehabilitation process. You talked about being injured. Have you had to kind of change your game up at all, or you feel like you ready to be Sid the Kid on the courts again?
I'm excited. I think, cause like I touched on, I was crazy when I was a kid. I had these goals, and I think we all need those goals and something to light our spirit on fire, to get us going, especially on the days where we don't feel like it. Like, there's something that points us back in that direction. And I think because of that, it was good for me. But when I reached that point as a pro, I was like, okay, I'm here. And obviously there's always levels to it, and you can always get better in something. But I think I'm looking forward to coming back, because this is going to be genuinely the first time since I started playing that I'm just going to enjoy the game. I still want to compete, and I still want to be great, and I still want to be the best that I can be. But I think my mindset is different, because being away from it for a year, you appreciate it differently. And I think I'm coming back with a healthier mindset of, I'm just grateful genuinely to play, and I'm looking forward to competing and being out there. And there's nothing hanging over my head of like, I got to accomplish this. I'm just I'm just going to be a kid for the first time actually playing the game instead of being this crazy kid when I started who was just like, let's go, let's do this, we got to do all these things. And it's like, no, let's enjoy playing basketball. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, that's super exciting. I know you ready to chart this new path and figure some things out. Do you have any expectations for yourself? Do you just want to get healthy? Do you just want to see a certain part of your game come back, or are you like you ready to really contribute at the highest level?
I feel like because I feel rock solid as a person. I feel like a rehab process physically, it puts you through a healing process mentally, emotionally, spiritually, relationally, like across the board. Yep. Because that is so locked in. I feel like just basketball feels like breathing. Like the times that I'm on the court prepping for the season, it just feels so much fun. Like I'm excited to still be who I am as a player, but I feel like there's another dimension of freedom that I would love to just tap into things that I might have had fear of doing, because when you enter into the professional world, you're just like, oh my gosh, I just want to like stick around. Like I don't want to make any mistakes or make too many waves. But I feel like now, especially with who I'm going to be with, I know DT, I know BG, I know Sophie, I know my teammates and how they operate a little bit at Phoenix from going against them, but who they are as people. And they just want to compete hard. And they want, if you're going to make mistakes, make aggressive mistakes. And so I feel like there's freedom for me to just find my footing again, playing after rehabbing, but to be creative and to just enjoy making things happen out there, and not trying to obviously do my job, keep it simple, but to also just like, if I wanted to try some new things and I feel confident with that, like I feel like there's a new freedom mentally of just allowing myself to do that.
It's funny that you talked about all of those names, and I'm just loving these vibrations you are just sending. You're just putting out these healing vibrations, and we all feeling them. So what? How would these individuals that you just named, how would they describe you though, Sydney? Because right now you cooler than the other side of the pillar. Right now you relax, you chilling, you hanging with us, you just having a good time. But I don't know. I see the spirit of a competitor. I see the swagger of a college kid in there somewhere. So tell us what's going to be like when you lace up them Nikes.
Yeah, that's still definitely there. I don't know what turns on, and I feel like as competitors, at least I'm the type where like you turn it on, you become like a different person. And I feel like because I wear a headband, it's almost like that, like when that comes on, it's like this persona comes out where I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen, and I'm not going to apologize about it, but once it comes off, like this is who I am.
Woosah.
Because I need it. It's not sustainable. But I definitely am excited. Like, I think there is another fuel to the fire of being away from it and just wanting to compete. Like, there's nothing like competing and being pushed and being able to push others to be great. And so I think they don't know me yet, and I don't know them in that way yet. But I think when you go through the trenches together, when you're in practices, when you're playing, like you get to know each other really fast and really honestly. And so I think when your back's against the wall as a group, as an individual, that's when true colors are shown. And so I'm excited to get to know them and for them to get to know me. And you guys will see it. You guys, I can't wait. I can't pull it out here. Like it'll just come out, like it comes out on the court in ways that I can't put words behind.
Well, my last question is, we've seen 𝐤𝐨𝐿. She's now playing, and she's also doing a media personality thing. I know for a while when you were rehabbing, you had dabbled into some journalism and some analyst type work, maybe even some coaching. So tell us what's life off the court like for you. And I know now it's going to be a lot of dribbling and shooting and practicing, but during this downtime, tell some of the other endeavors that you've kind of dabbled in and built up a brand of for yourself.
Yeah, I started with coaching. April actually asked me to be an assistant coach with her at a prep school out here in Phoenix. And I'm really grateful for that opportunity, just to observe, not have the pressure of being a head coach for the first time, like right off the bat, but to observe and ask April questions to understand what my role is and how I can serve the girls, and be a part of their journey and help them develop. And I think it also helps me as a player because you just see the game from a different vantage point. And then in January, I was able to commentate for the first time and be an analyst during 2 Pac-12 games and then again in February. And that was really fun. I think it it pushed me in a different way, because you're so used to like being on the other side, whether you're playing or you're the one being asked questions. And so to come up with questions to ask and to not be so stiff and like interviewing somebody, like that's a learning curve that I'm going to be working on. But I think like sitting and talking about basketball was really like easy. It was fun to do. I had really good partners that helped me along the way. I have a newfound respect for 𝐤𝐤 and what she does, plus playing at the same time. Like that is just like a whole mental component of like studying and the time that it takes to prep for something like that. And she does like NBA, WNBA, so many different types of sports. And I know her specialty is NBA, but I'm like, kudos to 𝐤𝐤 for doing that and knowing her stuff, because it is no joke in preparation. But I've loved the experience of commentating. I've loved the experience of coaching. It made me happy to know, like, okay, when basketball ends, like I'm excited for those things. I got to try them out. I'm still very excited to play. I still have playing left in my spirit and hopefully in my body for a couple more years. But it was helpful to have this season to try those things and to be like, yeah, I enjoy this. Like I'm looking forward to knowing whenever the ball is done and I'm done playing, like I'm excited for that transition and not as fearful of like, oh my gosh, like what is that going to be like? I feel like this has just sort of allowed me to have those experiences and know like I'll be fine when I'm done playing.
Hey, now real quickly before we move on, do you know how tall 𝐤𝐤 is? Just curious. Asking for a friend.
6'2".
Oh, wait. Oh, whoa. I can't wait to meet her.
I'm excited for that meeting as well.
I know we need you to help us out with that one when y'all play. You know what I'm saying? Is she with the Sparks? Is she back with the Sparks, right?
Yeah. She signed Sparks.
All right, Sparks, Mercury. I'll be there. All right, Sydney Wiese, it is time for the championship rounds. This is the part of the show. Well, me and Kevin, we get to do a little competing, right? 1-on-1, and you are now officially calling all the shots. So you already been through this once, so you already know what to expect. But I don't know. Part of me I feel like we need to do the original ones and let everybody see the original championship rounds where Mountain of the South won the belt. But it's all good. It's all good.
I don't even remember that. I don't remember you winning.
Hopefully, I'll be able to bring it back home again. Look, Sydney, like I don't want no part of that one. I'm gonna let them fight about that one. It's all good. But here we go. So we're gonna play a game called Would You Rather. Round number 1, 2, and 3. Both Kevin and I will pitch an option to you. Select one of those options. That host will gain a point. The first host to get 2 points, or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. Now I don't know, Sydney. When we first did this, did we take it to the sneaker game in round 3?
We did.
All right, so she's very prepared. I'm changing up my sneakers though, so I got something new. I got new heat, so we're gonna see if I can prevail again. All right, here we go. Round number 1. KT, you are the defending champion.
Why do you keep saying prevail again? I don't even remember that, man. I
do. I
think you're making up stuff, to be honest with you. All right, Sydney, would you rather host your own food show where you travel the world interviewing athletes and celebrities as they take you to their favorite places to eat in their hometowns,
or would you rather host a YouTube softball series where you get to interview athletes while playing ball and in the stadiums and the arenas that they grew up in?
The food tour. That's what I would prefer.
See, last time I think it was something you said something about your parents did some softball or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
I appreciate the attempt, but I'm not a good cook. But I love being able to taste food, and I love watching cooking shows. So there's more of a draw and a pull to the cooking, to the food.
Okay. All right. Well, there's also more of a draw for me to tell you you're wrong. All right, here we go. Round number 2. Let's go, KT.
All right. Would you rather have Nike give you your own clothing line where the proceeds go to multiple basketball scholarships in your name, or
would you rather have Nike pay for an elite Sydney Wiese basketball camp in which you get to travel around the world educating and influencing the younger kids to get out and play basketball?
The camp, for sure.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you get the cash.
This feels very, very unbalanced.
Yeah, these questions ain't that hard. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? We want for 2. If you could just shoot 3-pointers like this here, Sydney, we're gonna be cooking. You got 50%. All right, here we go. Round number 3. Now, I'm a super sneakerhead. KT is as well. We have a part of our Wednesday night show where we go live with Sports Life Talk Live, and we actually do the drop. Every week we influence with new sneakers, and so our passion is to like really make sure people's feet game is just on point. Well, and we wanted to insert a little bit of that energy into this show, so we changed round 3. We said we're not taking it to the word, we're taking it to the feet. So now, on the count of 3, Sydney's going to count us down, and both Kevin and I will hold up a pair of sneakers. Sydney will pick whichever one she thinks looks the best, and whichever sneaker she picks will determine the winner of round 3 and this episode of Championship Rounds. All right, KT, you got your gear ready?
I'm ready, man.
All right, Sydney, so we changed it up a little bit. So all we need you to say is hold that sneaker. And when you say that, we pulling them out, all right?
Okay. Hold that sneaker. I have to go with bees.
Yes!
Kev, both of them are beautiful.
No, they weren't. They weren't beautiful. Don't do that to me, Sydney. We family now. You can just keep it real. You didn't like my sneakers. It's okay.
I mean, both sneakers are beautiful, but you got to choose one. And those colors looked a lot like, if I'm coming from Oregon State, it looked like USC, and it's just, I already got a lot of people to wear USC shorts one time,
Exactly. Kevin, it feel a little bit heavier. Did you do something to it? Did you feed it something? I don't know, man.
I'm trying not to laugh. No, I did not feed it. No.
I don't know, man. But it feel right, though. It feel right and it's back home. All right, Sydney. Well, the title of the show is Sports Life Talks. You got next. Let us know. What does the future hold for you in your own words?
Health and opportunity. That is it.
Just to the point. All right. So, do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to be on the show, or shout out in general?
In general shout out.
Definitely a shout out to my people here in Phoenix, everyone at the Spooner Sports Institute, which is where I've been doing my PT, for everything that they've done this last year and helping me get healthy, helping me get stronger. My family, because I've been here in Phoenix too, they've been amazing, supporting me along the way. So my people out here in Phoenix, and my friends and family who are not in Phoenix, always with me too. So all the love to them.
All right, so this is a part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell me, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Sydney, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
Okay, I know we did this last time, and I'm trying to remember. Did 𝐤𝐸𝐿 McCall, was she on this show?
Yeah, we've already done 𝐤𝐸𝐿 McCall.
Brittany Sykes, that is the one.
Yes.
Brittany Sykes is the one that I'm shouting out because her story is incredible. Her journey through high school, college, to the pros. It's definitely a story worth sharing and worth hearing. And that is my soul brother. And so I am shouting out and calling Brittany Sykes to be on Sports Life Talk.
Plus, I get to say the word psych over and over and over again. So I can't wait to have Brittany Sykes on the show. You are on the clock. We will be reaching out to you. Sydney, you going to help us out? Can you give her a call and let her know we're going to be reaching out to her? All right, perfect.
Yep.
So we can't wait to do that. But Sydney Wiese, hey, you like family for real. I can't wait to meet you in real life. Come out there and watch your hoop. It is such a pleasure to have you on this show. You're tenacious. You're an overcomer. You're a warrior. Hey, and you a trendsetter. So the future is super, super bright for you. Sydney Wiese, it is official. You got next. Sports Life Talk Nation, man. We did it again. I'm telling y'all, hey, please share this show. Let's get this world on to this game. Let's bubble up. Y'all start praying with us and stop playing with us. I'm telling y'all, we got big things coming up, and we need your help. We can't do this without you. I'm begging. I'm on my knee. I'm down on bending knees. Please help us out. Come on, let's do this thing. Listen, KT and I, we go live every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Come be a part of the show. It's more than sports. We are sports, life, and talk. We create the conversation and the community, and we talk about culture as well. So come be a part of that one. And don't forget, we everywhere. We everywhere. everywhere at Sports Life Talk. We the only ones out there in the world. So if you see it, you know it's us, all right? Y'all come rock with us, be a part of our family. Leave us some comments. Let me know how ugly them shoes was. Fusions? Like, I don't even know why KT pulled them out. And Sydney being nice to him. She being nice to him. I'm a dog him out backstage.
These not ugly, but nice try. That's the way to beat your brother down when he's down. That's great. That's big of you.
All right, KT, man. You know I love you, bro. All right, KT, close us out, homeboy.
Don't even want to talk to either one of y'all now. I'm all in my feelings because y'all just put my shoe down. But no, Sydney, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and rock with us. We really appreciate it. And this is what we're going to do, B. Jones. When she comes here, we got her when she's in Dallas. But when they play against the Sparks, we got to go to Phoenix, man.
We going to Phoenix. I'm so ready. Ready.
We actually, our first game of the season is in Los Angeles. So.
Ooh, that's a long ride for KT.
Why don't they come see you? We gotta,
okay. So I'll let you know when they're in Phoenix.
Yeah. We'll be there, definitely.
Okay.
All right. Give me some yummy. Yeah.
Hey,
you a freak. Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another because together we are better. And keep dreaming big because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet!
See what's crazy is I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest hut in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah.